Hello. Hello. Yes, hi. Say hi. Say hi. Oh, hi, everyone. It's Rita from Miss Rita to the Rescue. And here with our very vocal teddy bear and our normally pretty quiet Benji to say hello and good morning. And we're here for Cricut Chat, which is our daily live program on Facebook that we talk about Cricut things, all things Cricut. And we usually do a project, which is no exception today. We're going to do a project. We're actually going to be making 3D. Look at this. Isn't that awesome? So this is a 3D star. And I want to tell you a little bit about how I progressed to this star and where I want to go, which is why I named this program, today's program, Three-Dimensional Stars with part one. So I want to talk a little bit about that in when we start talking about it. And let's see, a couple of things that I wanted to mention to you, just sort of at the top, and also to say hello to everyone, Diane and Marilyn, Dawn, Shirley, Kelly, Regina, Midge, Annette, Marissa, Shelley, Lisa Odell. Hi, Lisa, Shelley, and Linda. So good morning to everyone. Aledra, hello. Karen, hello. So we are doing, and Deborah and Sonia and Susan. Hi, Susan. And Emmy, hello. So this morning being Friday, the first, I guess the first week of December is sort of over, even though Monday was still November, but I'm going to call it the first week of December because we only have 3 more weeks until really literally Christmas Day is 3 weeks from now. So we are crafting our hearts out for Christmas. I have been crafting my hearts out for Christmas. So I have a couple of things that I wanted to go over with you. And that is, first of all, you should know it. I mentioned it yesterday, but if you are a Cricut Access member, one of the cool things that's going on right now is that any order that you place on Cricut, you'll get free shipping. There's no minimum. So it's usually $50, especially if you use my code. If it's $50 and you use my code, you save 10%. Let's see. And you save 10%, but now it is no minimum, which brings me to this comment, or brings me to the subject of Cricut Access, the memberships. Just another way that membership is keeping us all active and very fun, different projects like this one. And then also remember these cuties, if you're in the mood for a cutie, they only come out, dance. They only come out with Cricut, with the member mystery boxes, right? And so the other thing that was mentioned to me as sort of an incentive was I could earn a bunch of cuties if I was to sign up the most, I know it's kind of funny, but sign up the most people to get premium access. Now, some of us don't know the difference. There's a standard and there's a premium access. It basically works out to be the same cost per month, but it's billed all at once. So if you have not been a Cricut Access customer all this time, know that I do all my projects from Cricut Access images. Almost all of my Cricut Access, all of my Cricut Chat projects are from Cricut Access. Every once in a while, like yesterday, I use bits and pieces from somebody else as long as it's free. And so if you are going to be watching even sort of semi-regularly and you want to make the stuff that I make, I definitely would recommend that you become an Access member. And if you are not a premium member, think about either upgrading, renewing, or becoming a premium member. Although you get charged once a year instead of monthly, it's well worth it because you get 20% off on all your materials, you get free shipping, blah, blah, blah. And then, and to top it all off, when and if I win this prize, because there's a few people going for it and I probably won't get it because I'm so small, and there are other people that have huge, huge audiences. But when and if I get this prize, I'm going to give them all away. I'm going to give them all away. There's like a dozen of them. And if I get them, I will give them all away to my most devoted fans. And so we have a challenge. We've been challenged. And if you don't know this about me, but I love a good challenge. So anyway, so we've got 12 Cricut cuties to win. And if you all renew or upgrade or for the first time sign up for Cricut Access and using my link, Rosalind, okay, yeah, we can answer that question. So anyway, that's my news about the cutie challenge. There's a dozen of them. So the chance of you winning, woohoo, is pretty high, considering my audience is pretty small. Anyway, so there's that. And then the free shipping, and I wanted to mention that. Then also, if you placed an order last week when they were having the spend $100, get $20 coupon. That should be coming in a few days. It's by email, so do check it because then you'll have $20 to place on your order. Is there a code? Sherry. So the idea is that you'd use my link, which you don't get any discount from signing up for Access, by the way. I can't give you the discount. It's part of, it's like machines and Access are not discounted, but you'd use my link, and I can put my link inside of this video. I usually put it in every video. Yeah, you can have regular Access and move up to premium. You can do that. I think it's by adding it. I have to figure out how that works. I think that's by adding it. Oh, I know, Sherry. Hi, Sherry from the UK. I know. I think the cuties will make their way across the pond eventually. Anyway, so I'm chit-chatting an awful lot, and I apologize for that. And somebody on YouTube's going to tell me I talk too much. So I want to just keep moving along. And Rosalind, I know you have a question there. Let's talk about this this project, and also tomorrow night with Cricut Date Night, our date night, which is on Saturday night, 7:00 Eastern, here on Facebook. Originally I told you that I was going to do glitter ornaments, which I've done before, but I want to ask if you wouldn't mind if we made long Christmas signs, because they just posted them on Design Space, and I am so wanting to make a few. I wanted to make a few of these long form or long cut. They're called. I call them vertical, but it's a long form, long cut Christmas let me just show you what I mean. Sometimes it's better just to show you. All right, so when you type in long and image sets, remember we did these Halloween and Thanksgiving. They were called long cut signs. Here we go. There was a whole bunch of them, and we did a bunch. And we really loved those. So we went back to, or I went back to the Cricut folks and said, when are the Christmas ones coming out? And they said soon. And so I was so excited yesterday to see that they were actually out. So I want to do them. And I was wondering if you wouldn't mind if we did them tomorrow night. And okay, so yes, that's okay. Yes. The other thing I wanted to alert you to before we get started on this project is that the 2021 calendar, every year, if you're new, you might not know this, but every year, if we type in the word calendar, you can see what I mean. So every year, calendar. Cricut comes up with a calendar, and so there was this year, which I thought was absolutely gorgeous, and then they had 2019. I know they had like 2018. Maybe they just don't have it on here anymore. But here's the 2021 calendar, just launched, and I wanted to alert you to it. It's kind of funny because it's like an insert card. So it seems that they've been bitten by the insert card bug, and but they come in at like an 8 by 11 inch size, so you'd have to resize them if you want to do it on the Joy. But you could definitely make these on the Joy if you have a Joy, or you can make them on your regular machine. And they're really kind of cute because they have writing and then they have cutouts, and it's like no glue at all. Okay, so all right, so let's get back to our thing that we're doing here, which is a 3D star. Get a board. Get something that was like maybe 4.5, 5 inches wide or across, and about 24 to 30 inches long. If you don't have a Joy, you could still do a 24-inch long if you have a long form mat. Okay. All right. So we're doing that tomorrow. Yay. Okay. So anyway, here's the thing. I have been intrigued by stars, 3D stars, in particular, the lanterns, the ones that you see since, I don't even know how long, for years, before I even started Cricut. And you used to be able to buy them. They were kind of like, I think they were an Asian invention, and you put like a single light bulb in there and hang it. I think it was in my dorm room that I might have, or maybe my friend who had it in her apartment. But I've loved them. And so I recently reminded myself that I needed to get with the program and make 3D stars. But I just never got around to it. So I was going through my paper, and I came across this. It's Cricut paper. It's called Nordic Christmas. Remember, we were looking at this one, and we actually did these projects right here. Wow, really? So sorry, Shirley. I like really had burning candles in them. Wow. So anyway, when I saw this paper, I wanted to do this. And so when I saw this paper, I wanted to do these. And so I studied it for a long time and started looking at it. And I found the project here on Cricut Design Space, of course, and it's called Christmas Ornament, and it's under 3D Ornaments. So let me show you where to find this and then talk about it a little bit. All right. So when we are in image sets and you type in the actual word 3, the number 3D, you will come across all the things that are 3D or labeled as such as 3D. Okay. And here there's a 3D ornaments. It's kind of like very, I don't know. unassuming. This is only 6 images here, and there's not a lot of instructions, and maybe somebody, Shirley, I think, was the one that found the instructions for something else. So maybe they could find instructions somewhere. So I started looking at these and I thought, oh, look at that. This one here. Look at that. Star from the east, right? That's like the Christmas star. And I said, oh, I'm going to do that. So I cut it out. I cut it out all in white because I didn't want to waste a lot of pattern paper. And I tried putting it together, and boy, I made a mess of it. Look at that. And I started, going, okay, I got to figure out how to make this better because look at all my joints are not so great. So I figured, oh, what's wrong? Somebody's saying, do you think Barbara, you're looking for Barbara? I have to, can I just stop and say, anybody that's on the Christmas card list today, I am going to update with all of the changes and whatever. And I apologize. I've been late. I've been so distracted with everything else. And in addition, I have my brand new dishwasher broke before the holidays and somebody's coming to fix it today. So I've been so distracted and I do apologize, but I'm going to get to it. And I apologize if Babs, if you're not on that list, I will make sure that you are. And Aledra, I will fix your zip code and all the other things that need to be changed about that. Okay. So anyway, so back to the stars. So I really dig this, this Christmas star, but then I started to get like, okay, well, maybe I should get more simplistic. Maybe I should just kind of do a 5-pointed star because this one is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 points. And I started to get like, maybe I should go smaller, like as far as the number of points. And then so that's when I came up with this. And that's actually this one here. But I want to show you what happens when you pull this in because it's a little bit like, is that it? And like, why did they color it this way? So I'm going to move these over so when we can see what comes in. So I just pulled this in and I didn't, where is it? Oh, here it is. This is it. And I didn't change any of the colors, except that when I sort of ungrouped it and sort of looked at it, what I found out was, all right, so there's 2 different colors here, and that's so you can use 2 different color of the, and I know there's a lot, it looks like there's a lot, but here we go. So here, 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 5 points on this star, but one of the points is the different color. And I'm like, why? So when I went back and looked at this image, I realized that that's actually the truth here on this image. This is red and the rest are this like putty color. So that might be what they did for the design, but I don't like that. I mean, like, I don't know why. And it seemed to me like it was kind of kooky, So I changed this color, and that's the only thing I did to change this file. And I cut it out on regular paper, and I used my Nordic paper, and that's what I came up with this. But I wanted to get even simpler, and I did this. I put this together. Is this the one that I put together? Okay, so I started doing this. Oh, and what I figured is I could glue the pieces on. I'm missing a piece here, but I could glue the front pieces on, no problem with my regular glue, but I had to use a glue gun to put this together. Plus, it was a little small, so putting it together was kind of hard, and so I went back to the drawing board again, and I decided to change the size. And I'm going to give you this file so that you can Okay, so this one here, Nordic Christmas. So I went back to the drawing board and I changed up the size of the star, and I'm going to give it to you because what I decided to do, rather than two different colors, I changed it so that it was all one color so I'm using a color patterned with the cardstock being a standard color. So this is the one we're going to work on today. So basically, when you cut this out, it does require some scoring. And so if you have a maker, you can use a scoring wheel for this, and I would recommend it. But if you have an Explorer, use your scoring stylus. And I learned a trick, and I think it was from Aledra, that because I now have my Explore Air 2, and if you run it through a second time, you can get a thicker or a deeper line for your scoring, which is what I did for this because I'm using my Explore Air. Okay, so basically what you're going to cut out is 5 of these exact same pieces, and you can choose whatever size you want to do. Okay, so you're going to cut out 5 of these pieces, and then you're going to cut out these each of the points, which is a piece, is going to get these 4 little pieces here. Ultimately, I want to make those lanterns so that I can give you, I'm going to design it myself and I'm going to give it to you, but I think we need to learn about stars just in general before we do the lanterns, because the lanterns are a lot bigger and require, stringing them up with electricity, and then doing, instead of pieces on here, you would do on the back, you would put vellum and there'd be cutouts here. Okay. So I figured let's get started with just a basic star in a pretty big size, not nearly as big as what we're going to eventually do, but we're going to do it as far as we're going to make those paper stars, because I have a vision in my craft studio that I can put these. My lighting is terrible, you guys know, and I've been complaining about my lighting all year. And so one of the things that I talked to my contractor about this morning was I needed better lighting. I just basically need to change my studio. It's getting too small and I need to upgrade. So I have a vision of turning this into a very, very well lit area that I can use the entire area, or I might have to use my vault. So that's next year. Okay. So anyway, sorry about the tangent, but anyway, so when I give you this, we are going to make a 3D star that is not you can hang it, but it's not a lantern, but we're going to get there is what I'm saying. So it's important to kind of follow along with these instructions now. And then if you want to make a star lantern, stick with me because we're going to get there. All right. So I don't need to show you how to cut this out because, basically what I've done is I cut it out this way, and with the 5 points in the smaller version. Here's the small version, which I cut out with 2 different colors, but then I changed my mind and then I turned all of these, I turned all of these colors into one color. I'm just going to, so by doing that, I went to Color Sync, and you see right here, let me move you over a little tiny bit. So right here, I'm in Color Sync. So when you go from layers to Color Sync, I wanted all of these little pieces to be the same color. So I moved them all to the same color, and then they all turned the same color. So then I was able to cut them out it takes like 2 sheets of pattern paper to do it that way. Okay. So I'm not going to show you how to cut it out because you guys know how to cut stuff out. I am going to show you how to assemble it because it's a little confusing at first until you've been doing it for a while. And I've been doing it for a couple of days now. So I think I feel confident enough to show you how to do it, how to put it together. So let me move you down. Okay, here we go. All right, so again, these are the same. This and this are the same, but ultimately we're making this one today because I decided a bigger star is better to make, okay? And so again, just so you can kind of see what it looks like, it is 3D, it's kind of puffy. Right now, this does not have a hole, which I need to go back and sort of figure out. And this was my first attempt at gluing, which it got really messy. This was my third attempt at gluing. It got a little bit better, but there was a problem here at this last joint. So this is something that I think you get better at as you go along. So anyway, as I was mentioning, there are 5 pieces to this star, and this is the piece. So you need to cut out 5 of these, and they have a lot of scoring. So they have an actual scoring that is in half, and then half of that half right here. So there's actually 4 scores on the actual, well, it's like 3 scoring, sorry, but it creates 4 pieces of the star. This is 1 point of the star. You have this tab here that will close up the point like this, and then at the end there are 4 tabs. Okay, yes, Gloria, we always repost all of the videos as long as I can. There's sometimes I have that I can't, but as long as I can, we repost them in YouTube. So if you're not already following me on YouTube, please go there. It's Miss Rita to the rescue there. Okay, so each point has a little cutout, and so they need to go, those are the cutouts that I changed all to one color. So here you would then take after you folded everything, you would take your little pieces of cutouts. Yeah, Diana, great idea. You're right, a circle at the top of 1. Yes, I think I will do that. Okay, so I just wanted to illustrate how this works. These are 2 different directions. You see that? And so they go here into these pieces. So one goes with the point to the left and the other one goes with the point to the right. And then you just have to match them up, and you go ahead and you put the glue here, try to get it so that there's like a little bit of overlap here, and here we go. All right, sorry, and my nails are a mess. I know that. I have to go get them done again. That didn't last very long. Okay, so here we go. So we're going to have 5 of these pieces, okay? Thank you, Gloria, for subscribing. So we'll have 5 of these pieces. We're going to put these little things on there. You don't have to do that. And by the way, you could do this in like glitter if we had glitter. But if you don't, you can just use a patterned piece, which is what I did here. And I chose this blue. I actually chose a smooth cardstock. I think this was Michael's brand, because the Cricut brand is textured. It doesn't make the sharpest score lines. It doesn't sharpen the score lines as well. I don't know if anybody else has noticed that. Okay. Okay, bye, Regina. All right, so once you get those on there and you fold it everywhere, you're going to take what looks kind of like a heart and you're going to fold it in half, and you're going to glue this here. You can still use the liquid glue to make this happen. And it's only when we get to the assembly that we're going to have to use the glue gun, okay? So there is 1 point. And when we're going to repeat that whole process 4 times. We repeat it 4 times because it's a 5-pointed star, okay? So glue on the tab, just the tab, to close up the point, right? I have to do that and I already glued these pieces together and folded everything. Hope you don't mind, but I wanted to show you how this goes together ultimately, so you don't get like, okay, now what? Because that's what I was at. That's where I was at. Like, now what? All right, so we're doing, there's 1, 2, there's 3. We have 2 more to do. Okay, so here we go. Four and 5. You want to make sure that you allow the glue to set so that you don't have anything opening up when you're going to put together the actual star. But you'll end up with these. Hi, Lola. You'll end up with these 5 points. Okay, and this is how they're going to open up. And you want these end tabs to face in. Okay, just like that. All right. Now, if you need to do this part just to get an understanding or a vision, it might help you. It does help me sometimes to see sort of vision-y wise. But this is the way that these, and I'm doing it wrong. Okay, so these are going to go, sorry, here, like this. So a point on the side here it's going to get glued here. And then in the back, and then we'd have 2 together, you see? And then we take the next one, and then we're going to do the same one, and we're going to build the star all around to make a 5-pointed star, like this. You see how it's coming together? So I had to get my glue gun, because I really think that the glue gun is necessary, just like with 3D flowers, really necessary. Makes it a whole lot easier. I have on my wish list a glue gun, like one of those real fancy glue guns, but for now we're using this cheapo one, because I was thinking that the reason why I hated glue guns was because I always buy the cheap one. So I was thinking maybe I could get a nice fancy one. They make one at like Home Depot or whatever. Anyway, yes, you could use score tape too. If you have double stick score tape, you could use this too if you're adverse as much as I am to the glue gun score tape, which is like a double stick tape, a really strong double stick tape that you could use. I just don't have any. And so, all right, so here's my first one. So the first thing I'm doing is I'm putting glue right here at this joint in the front. Sorry, I'm like so afraid I'm going to get burned by these things. And then in the back of that same point place at that joint between the 2. And if you can, put your finger inside to help solidify that joint. Don't burn yourself. Okay, so you can kind of see inside what I've done here. All right, so now we've got 2 together. We have 3 more to go. So sorry. Here's the third one. Kind of look at it before you're going to do it. Maybe I do, Dorothy. I don't know. I'm a bit of a klutz. Really, I am. So I'm always getting my finger. I burned my fingers last night when I was doing this for the small ones too. Okay, so here is the front of this tip going on. I'm going to flip it over while I'm holding the front to meet, and then I'm going to do the back. See that? And then I put my fingers in there and I'm pinching so that that joint is really coming together and holding. So now we have 3. Yay! So let's do the 4th one. Again, you might want to just hold it up there and see how it's going to go. And we'll do the glue here. And you know what? You guys will do better with the glue because A, you're probably way better with a glue gun than I am, but you'll also do better because you're not like trying to rush it with like I'm doing. There's my famous quote, you'll do better. You'll do better, right? I was laughing at Dawn yesterday when she said that. She needs a shirt that says you'll do better. I guess I say that a lot. Anyway, so here we've got 4 and our last one's going on. This does get a little bit hairy at the end. I'm just warning you, it's not impossible. You can obviously do it, but it does get hairy at the end, and I want to show you. It's that last joint. All right, so we're holding that, and I can probably pinch it inside there and do this piece. But before we go ahead and do the back piece, what I would suggest is that we do a little bit of glue on these pieces here, just so that when we're putting in that piece, it all goes in together, if that makes sense to you guys. This one here, this particular joint, you're not going to be able to hold in place, but if you did it right, it sort of falls into place. And look at that. How easy is that? Beautiful. And it just keeps getting easier. So my feeling is, if we all go and make whatever size we want to make, but we all go and make at least 1 or 2 of these, when we go to make the lanterns, it will be so much easier. And plus the lanterns will be bigger. Okay. So here is a 3D, and you might need to go back, and I do. I don't know if my glue is still hot, but I need to go back and just sort of make sure I place more glue there for that last joint. And that's what I'm doing. But the end result is a beautiful 5-pointed star. So again, I'm going to give you this file with my modifications so you can make, I think 2 or 3 different sizes, okay? And I would love it if you could try it and do it with your own color choices so that you can sort of understand the concept. Because I think next Saturday night, I am making myself a challenge, and we are going to do a paper lantern, like a big star paper lantern from this idea. So if you're interested and you want to make up your own paper lanterns, then get to know how this works, okay? I did notice in the comments, I was kind of talking too much, but I did notice in the comments that Deborah Mackey said or asked if we could do a infusible ink demo. Absolutely. And in fact, I just got a shipment from Cricut. Well, I got many shipments from Cricut, but recently I got a shipment from Cricut that they gave me all of these, what's the word? Blanks. They gave me a lot of blanks. Some of them are Cricut blanks, and some of them are like not Cricut blanks. And they want me to show people how to do infusible ink, because I guess what their research has shown is that people just haven't gotten around to trying it, and they think it's really cool, but they don't know really all the details. So they asked us to sort of explain it to everybody else. So that's what I am going to stick into the schedule. Hopefully I'll do that next week, and I'll do it again as we get closer to Christmas, so people people can see. When do you give us the file? Okay, and so let's talk about the file. So here's the thing. If you want to make this and you're watching live, obviously the file isn't available, but afterwards, usually within the hour after the live is over, so sometime after 10, I will put in the file in the description of the video. Okay. And what you would do is, depending on where you're working from, but you would click on the link, or if that didn't work, you can also, copy and paste it. Can you copy and paste it? Well, no, you can't. No, you can't. So you click on that link, and it should open up for you Cricut Design Space, whether you're on your phone or your laptop or even your home computer. Okay, so you click on it link, and then it will open up. And what you want to do is then save the file as save as. Okay, because you're basically opening up my link. I'm sharing my link with you, and then you're going to want to save it to your version of Design Space. Okay, so you're going to want to save as, and you can save it as whatever you want. You can rename it, or you can keep my name. Doesn't matter. But you want to keep it on your Design Space. Okay. And then you can make any modifications to the file that you want to. That's how you use my link. So you'll see it, if you're watching this on the replay, it's probably in the description already. But if you're watching this live, it will be on the description in a few minutes after the live is over. And then, if you're watching on YouTube, I also make sure that it gets on there on YouTube. What else? Oh, I think that's sort of it about copy and paste in the new version of Design Space. Oh, yeah. Oh, so Diana, yeah. So there's a new thing that Design Space does, and I have not tried it out, but I am told that you can actually take an image from one file. So this is, let me just go up here. I haven't figured out how to do it. I was told how to do it, but I haven't figured out how to do it. But you can take this and open up a new tab, a new window, which is here. And I don't know why it's not showing, but, oh, okay, there it is. All right, so how do I go to the new window? Wait, let me just... So you can have, you can open up a new window, and then you could copy and paste in whatever it is you had on the copy and paste and create another. I haven't yet figured out how to do new windows with this version of Design Space, but as soon as I do, and it will be soon, I will show you how to do that. All right, everyone, that's going to be it for today. Again, I'll give you the file for this. It is in Design Space, and I hope you join me tomorrow night when we do the long, what do you call it? The long cut vertical signs. We're going to do that, and let's see. We're going to, do long cut vertical signs. Work on these. Try them out. And even if you mess them up a little bit the first time around, that's fine, because it's just paper, folks. And so you can start all over, and it's so easy, not a difficult thing at all. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Hi, Babs. Hi, Gracie. And I hope you all have a wonderful day, and tune again tomorrow at 7:00 for Cricut Chat Date Night. All right, everyone. Have a great day. Take care.